Today I'm back at Ferrari Maserati of Long Island to check out the all-new Ferrari 296 GTB. So let's go check it out. So here it is, the Ferrari 296 GTB. It's a V6 plug-in hybrid supercar and Ferrari's first ever rear-wheel drive hybrid. So this car starts the trend of Ferrari models with smaller displacement engines and hybrid integration as the car world begins to further embrace electrification. GTB stands for Gran Turismo Berlinetta, and this car starts at $322,000. So something that's important to note is that the Dino 206s and 246s built between 1967 and 1974 don't count because they were never sold as Ferraris. So that means the 296 GTB is the first six-cylinder Ferrari road car in history. But surprisingly, it doesn't sound like a six-cylinder car, and it certainly doesn't go like a six-cylinder car. It has a mid-mounted 2.9-liter turbocharged V6 and an electric motor that's sandwiched between the engine and the 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. So this car makes a combined 819 horsepower and 546 pound-feet of torque. The engine itself produces 654 horsepower, while the electric motor produces 165 horsepower. And all that power is sent solely to the rear wheels, which, when combined with the 296 GTB's compact size and relatively lightweight construction, should make for a really fun car, and we'll find that out soon when we take it for a ride. So the engine has a wide-angle V, which not only lowers the center of gravity by reducing the height between the tops of the cylinder heads and the forged crankshaft, but it also gives the engine a symmetrical firing order. As a result, the engine spins smoothly to the 8,500 RPM rev limiter. Ferrari engineers have actually amplified the engine noise into the cockpit via its patented hot tube system, which takes sound from the exhaust before the hot gases hit the catalytic converters. And it kind of does sound like a V12 according to reviewers, although I beg to differ, but one full throttle run is apparently all you need to understand why Ferrari engineers took to calling this car the Piccolo V12 during its development. Piccolo V12 meaning little V12. So we talked horsepower, now let's talk performance. So it can sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 2.9 seconds, 0 to 124 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds, a quarter mile in 9.7 seconds, and it has a top speed of 205 miles per hour. The 296 has a curb weight of 3,700 pounds, a cargo volume of 7 cubic feet, and it measures just under 15 feet long. The only active piece of aero on this car is the vertical spoiler that deploys at speed or under braking. It's capable of driving on electricity alone on power drawn from a 6 kilowatt battery pack located under the floor. As for gas mileage, it gets a combined 20 miles per gallon, city being 18 miles per gallon, and highway you get 22 miles per gallon. With combined gas and electric, you get 60 miles per gallon, and the EV range is 10 miles and up to 84 miles per hour. Got a Rolls-Royce Ghost driving by. This car couldn't be more different from the 296. It's actually funny. Something to note is that this car has one electric motor, but the SF90 has 3 electric motors, and it needs all 3 to produce the whopping 986 horsepower. The 296 has 4 drive modes: E-Drive, Hybrid, Performance, and Qualify. each one giving you more performance than the last. So the eDrive mode is what allows pure EV driving at speeds up to 84 miles per hour. Performance mode ensures the V6 is always kept running to make sure the battery is always fully charged. Qualifying mode, on the other hand, cuts the amount of time spent recharging the battery to always ensure the maximum powertrain output. Default start mode is hybrid, in which the car rolls on pure electric power as far as possible before the engine fires up with noise that lasts until the catalytic converters have warmed up. The system then mixes and matches the internal combustion engine and e-power to achieve the best combination of efficiency and performance, though whenever the V6 is running, the powertrain is ready to produce maximum power and torque on demand. So like I mentioned, it has an 8,500 RPM redline, which provides a visceral driving experience. Once again, we'll find that out soon. And maximum torque only arrives at 6,250 RPM. The 296 has no shortage of technology. It features electrically assisted power steering, a brake-by-wire system, and next-generation ABS that allows precise control of the braking efforts at each individual wheel. So precise that it'll allow you to keep your foot hard on the brake pedal all the way into the apex of the corner, while it works with all the other systems to ensure the car stays on the line you want. Underpinning the chassis hardware is the latest version of Ferrari's side slip control system. So unlike most stability control systems, this is not interventionist, but rather expansionist, using its vast array of sensors and actuators not to tell the driver off when they make a mistake, but to help them achieve what they're trying to do. Each iteration of side slip control, which made its debut on the 458 Speciale in 2013, has been better and more seamless than the last. Reviewers have said that this car doesn't come across as particularly electrified, which makes me happy to hear. The turbos and e-motor are there to enhance the V6, not to be the stars of the show in their own right. We'll find out soon, but reviewers have also said that on the road, this car is smooth, intimate, and connected. The car never feels heavy or caught out. It just carries you along and wants to entertain and amuse you. And what I'm sure people are also very happy about is that it's supposedly more intimate and engaging than its big brother, the SF90. So taking a look at the design of the 296, the first thing you notice is this visor-like windscreen and these beautiful buttresses. You've also got 250 LM inspired side vents. These are actually growing on me. I originally didn't like this whole portion of the car. It just didn't appeal to me. It didn't look beautiful, but it's slowly growing on me. Both of these demo cars have the standard twin spoke forged wheels, which look alright. But if you want lighter wheels than these, a set of carbon fiber rims are available. I'm really curious who is going to spec those. I feel like it's more stressful than it's worth just because of how expensive they are as an option, and also how expensive they are to fix. God forbid you curb them or damage them in any way, shape, or form, but they do look amazing, I'll give them that. The side profile is alright. The back is alright too. I actually think the back is my favorite part. I really like this center exit exhaust right in the middle with the prancing horse above it. These taillights are really cool too, especially when they're lit up. You can actually see the engine through the vent. If you can see that, it says Ferrari on it. And this car has great visibility because look at that glass panel. You can just see right out the back, and I can actually see through to the interior. You can see the steering wheel perfectly. So the visibility is good. Because this is a demo car, Ferrari spec'd it out with a lot of options to kind of show customers what they could spec on this car. So you'll notice it has a lot of carbon fiber. Got carbon in the front here, this little piece in the middle. Then if we come around to the side, you've got carbon fiber side skirts. And if we come around to the back, I don't think there's any carbon back here. So I was just handed the key to this one. I believe it's painted in Rosso Imola. Gorgeous color. It's the launch color for this car, and I really love it. And this one over here is painted in Rosso Corsa. That's why I'm not paying attention to that one as much, because you guys know I prefer like metallic colors, darker shades of red, and although this isn't that much darker than Corsa, it is still noticeably darker. So here's the key to the 296. It looks just like the Ferrari Roma key. You've got the Ferrari badge on this side, and then the lock and unlock button on this side. Got nice leather. It says 296 GTB on the bottom. This is a really nice key, and there's actually a spot to put it in the car as you're driving. You just put it in the spot and then start driving. So if we unlock it, and if we lock it, so let's take a look at the interior. So this is how you open the door. It's a pretty light door. You've got red and black leather in this one, and then tan and black leather in this one. This is a more traditional Ferrari spec. Both have comfort seats, carbon on the steering wheel. Let's take a look at this one. So you can kind of see the taillight there lit up. So you've got carbon fiber door sills. These black and red leather seats with some Alcantara here. You've got red stitching with the Cavallino embroidered on the headrest. This one doesn't have carbon on the steering wheel like the other one, so this is a full leather steering wheel. You do have carbon in the center tunnel though, which looks amazing. So this is what I was talking about. This is where you keep the key when you're driving. Fits perfectly in there. So you've got carbon for the center tunnel. You've got a cup holder right here, and it looks like an inductive charging pad for your phone right there. You've got your hazard lights button. You've got manual and automatic switch right here, reverse, and this is for launch control. Then behind that, you've got your window switches, your key spot, and then some storage over here with some USB ports. On the door you have your memory seat functions, as well as a button to pop the front trunk, a button to pop the gas cap, and a button to pop open the door to charge the battery. And then this is how you open the door. You just push that button and push the door out. Got some storage in the doors, which is really nice and helpful. This is touchscreen here, so the functions show when the car is on. You've got a digital engine start stop button, as well as a digital view for the drive modes. So the Manettino dial is physical, but to see the different drive modes, that is digital. So that lights up when you start the car. You've got your windshield wipers, you've got your headlights, you've got voice command, telephone, your turn signal indicators right here, and this little touch pad here to scroll through the different pages of the digital instrument cluster. So this instrument cluster is huge. It's the same one as in the SF90 Stradale. You've got your tachometer in the center with the yellow background, and then you can change what you see on the right side. So if I swipe, you can see the display changing. It's actually really cool how advanced this car is. It does take time to learn it though. It does have a bit of a learning curve. And then you press this button here to change your page. So settings, phone, navigation, audio, and vehicle. So if we take a look at navigation. And what's cool is that if you press View Max, it makes it the entire screen, which is really cool. So this is just a demo, so it's in developer mode, so you can't see like where we currently are. But let's see, if I pull up, let's go back again, let's see vehicle, and then see if we can make that max, View Max. That is so cool, wow. Look at that, 363 miles on the car, driving distance, e-drive coverage, energy recovered, and battery autonomy with the 296 on the screen. So this teaches you about your drive. It gives you all the information you need to know. Thermal percentage, electric percentage, your e-Manettino. On the passenger side of the dashboard, you have this digital display, which is intended to make the passenger feel like a co-pilot. So there's different pages. I'll show you those when we go on the test drive. But yeah, it's a really nice interior. Very tech heavy. The steering wheel feels nice. These massive paddle shifters you have up on the right and down on the left. So if we press this, these screens light up. So this here has some headlight functions, your mirror adjustment, parking camera button to raise or lower the front lift, and for cabin lights. And this has AC, so you can probably hear it. There we go. So you press it to lower it. You have your defogger and to raise or lower the fan speed. Not only do you have storage in the doors and over here, but you also have these nets behind the seats, which is really convenient. I love when supercars are practical, and this one is definitely practical. So I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, not only on the exterior, but the interior, because like I said, it's loaded with modern technology. Does take a bit of a learning curve, but I think I'm figuring it out. So to go into further detail, the familiar Manettino switch is on the right side of the steering wheel, and this controls the car's dynamic systems. And on the left is a touch panel e-Manettino that controls the powertrain modes. This whole thing in the center here is inspired by the gated manual Ferrari gearboxes from many years ago. And you can't see it now, but this car has head-up display when you're driving. So now we're gonna go for a ride in the brand new Ferrari 296 GTB. Sound good. I love this passenger display so I could see how fast we're going. So this is designed to make the passenger feel like a co-pilot, and it works. It's really nice. We've got a supercar shuffle here with the DBS, Volcano Yellow 720S, and an SF90. For 488 Pista Spider, such a beautiful spec, pearl white with a black racing stripe. Such a gorgeous car. I've seen it a few times. It's always a delight to see. And there's also a DBS Superleggera here, the Aston Martin with 715 horsepower. This thing is a beast. It's like the ultimate Grand Tourer. And this interior is gorgeous. Blue leather with red stitching. Just look at that stitching. That's insane. Aston Martin killed this. It looks so good. Got 2 seats back there, but they don't look very comfortable. Gorgeous color. I think this color is hyper red. Beautiful, beautiful. You got a Lamborghini Palm Beach plate and plate frame. It's making me miss Florida now. Which car would you guys take? The Pista Spider or the DBS Superleggera? Because that makes 710 horsepower. This makes 715, so this is more powerful. But if you like track-focused supercars, that is definitely for you, that Pista. Take a look at the twin-turbo V12 engine of the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. Look at that. 5.2 liter twin-turbo V12. Got the DBS plaque, hand-built in England. And you've got the heat shield. How cool is that? Clamshell hood. Looks so cool. Such a big hood. I love how it looks from the front with the cutout for the headlights. Got the vents on the hood. Superleggera branding on both sides. Stunning car. And tons of carbon on this one. I have to show you guys these stunning Ferraris that just got dropped off of the truck a few hours ago. So this is an 812 GTS painted in Rosso Fiorano with gold wheels. Gorgeous spec. 408 starting price. This one comes to $520,079. Tons of options. A lot of carbon options, suspension lifter, titanium exhaust pipes. The special color, which is like 3 to 4 layers it says, is a $32,904 option. Behind that, we've got probably my favorite SF90 I've seen in person, a blue Tour de France SF90 Stradale. Let's take a look at the sticker. Starts at $518. This one comes to $658,000. That's a lot of options. Most of these cars have tons of options, but it's always pretty shocking just to see how much money is actually spent on options. This one has pretty much every carbon fiber option. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure all of it. Yep, diffuser, side air splitter, side skirts, and then the front as well. There and there. And then behind that, we've got a white SF90 Stradale. Not as exciting spec-wise. Starts at $518. This one comes to $596. So a little bit light on the options compared to these other two Ferraris, but it's still nice to see. It's an e-drive right now, so I can't hear a peep. 296 came back. Seems that people are really happy with how this car performs. All the test drives have been positive. So that was my visit to Ferrari Maserati of Long Island. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.